Good morning. My name is David Byram. I have the honour of being your host today at our 27th Annual Culture and Leadership Conference. What an achievement, 27 years. Thank you for coming. We always get a bit nervous. I'd also like to pay my respect to the traditional custodians of the land, and I pay my respect to elders past, present and future. Let's get on to today. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers. Architects of change. I will introduce each speaker as they come up. I've seen the presentations, they're absolutely outstanding, and they have a great story to share with all of us today. So what are we about? As an organisation, Human Synergistics, we live by our mission, to change the world, one organisation at a time. That's what we're here to do, and we're continuing to work on that journey and have been for over 50 years. We cannot do it without our accredited practitioner network. So at this point in time, if you are an accredited practitioner, can you please stand? If you're sitting next to one of these people, please look at them. These are the people that can help you on your transformation journey. And a big round of applause to our network of accredited practitioners. One of the things that I'm always curious about on these events is this your first conference for Human Synergistics? Show of hands for those who are their first conference. Looks like we'll be running another one next year. It's always amazing me, so thank you. And I do have a special mention because I thought this person was here last year, but I never saw them, but I have spotted them this morning. So hands up if this is your 27th conference. We have Corinne and Robin and Gillian. Thank you. It's an incredible journey we're on and what we're doing. And we do it through what we refer to as our ripple. And it all starts with individuals. We know when you get out of bed in the morning and how you think, why you do what you do, actually links to your well-being. It links to your satisfaction at work, home and play. And that's the core of what we're about, helping everyone be their best every day. And that's our fundamental goal. We also know that joy of getting 360 feedback and that behaviour from others, or that attribution of behaviour from others, how you do what you do, links to your individual effectiveness, your ability to get work done, your ability to build relationships, how stressed you are, how promotable you are, how effective at using time you are, how open you are. It starts with me. And we've all heard the saying, there's no I in team. Absolutely right. In terms of teams, we have our group styles inventory. It's about helping teams be the best they can be. And we have outcomes around the synergy of the team, the effectiveness of the quality of solutions the team comes up, how time effective the team was. For those who know us well, would know that we can also measure leader impact or manager impact. For the parents in the room, this is how your children behave as a result of your parenting skills. We all have an impact on others, and that impact can be measured. And we know that impact is actually strongly correlated to your effectiveness as a leader. And then we get to the big word, the word that's the most abused word in the English language, and that is culture. Culture is these beliefs, these unwritten rules, these norms, these expectations we have in the organisation about how we do things. What am I expected to do around here? And we know that changing culture leads to sustainable improvement in employee value, customer value, and shareholder value. That's the holy grail. But I will highlight here, it starts with me. The end of this equation is the customer and measuring that customer experience. How do we actually behave with our customers? What's the experience our customer has as a consequence of us and what we do? How do we treat the customer? And we know that links to satisfaction, advocacy, and loyalty. So the competitive advantage of Human Synergistics is actually twofold. Number one is all of these diagnostics we talk about linked to outcomes. And I'm not going to steal any thunder, but we've got a presentation coming up later today. It's going to actually show you tangible links between the diagnostics and the outcomes. Because often we say, show us the proof, show us the outcome. The other competitive advantage is the common language. And we all know and love the circumplex. The circumplex is this common language from me to we to us. It allows us to maintain that thread of how we actually measure human behaviour and how we measure our thinking. That's the true competitive advantage of how we go. This year we've decided to do a little bit differently. Rather than me introducing the circumplex, we're actually going to let one of our avatars from our new LSI digital platform talk you through the construct of the circumplex.
At the heart of the LSI is the circumplex, a framework developed more than 50 years ago based on extensive research and consulting experience. Here's how it works. Styles toward the top are productive and are motivated by needs for satisfaction and growth. Styles toward the bottom are counterproductive and are driven by needs for security and safety. Styles toward the left are more task-focused, whereas styles toward the right are more people-focused.
The circumplex groups the 12 styles into 3 clusters of styles. Constructive styles are strongly correlated with higher levels of satisfaction and effectiveness. They enable people to achieve goals, build strong relationships, lead effectively, and innovate creatively. Passive defensive styles reflect a tendency to avoid risks and conflicts, often at the cost of authenticity, performance, and growth. Aggressive defensive styles involve forceful, controlling thinking and behaviors, and are aimed at protecting one's status and security. These styles can harm relationships and long-term effectiveness.
Thank you to our new LSI digital platform. You can see that passive defensive cluster, and I'm going to put a little bit of a culture lens. We heard then from the LSI lens. But in a culture that's passive defensive, I need to go along. I need to fit in. I need to be accepted. I need to be liked. The more I'm liked, the safer I feel. I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm going to wait for others. I'm going to avoid making that tough call. If your culture lives here, and you predominantly live here, I phrase you as being in a vulnerable situation. Because the world is moving, but you're trying to maintain that sameness all the time, that status quo. The aggressive defensive cluster, security through task, is we're now in a culture lens looking to oppose. I'm looking to control, dominate, limit the information that I share because I have to win over others. It's about me being better than everybody else. So I'm going to compete rather than cooperate. I will not share, and that information becomes my power base. And finally, my personal favourite, I need to appear competent and independent. If things are going wrong, I'm the one that needs to fix it. Culturally, we need to work long, hard hours. If we live here, I describe this organisation as volatile. We never know what we're going to get on any one given day. And the constructive cluster, balancing both task and people through satisfaction, those higher order needs. I can be me every day. I'm going to pursue a standard of excellence. I'm comfortable being me. I'm going to maintain me. I'm going to support others, collaborate with others, and look to make a difference. I really want to come to work every day and be my best and make a difference with those around me. So there's our circumplex and what we're about. Last year, we launched LSI Plus. For those who haven't seen LSI Plus, it's an expanded version of LSI that now gives you a narrative description with the LSI. The feedback we've been getting, and I was just talking to some of my friends, has been outstanding. We've finished playing with the algorithm. Each of the narratives is actually written. A lot of questions we get asked is, are these narratives being generated by AI? The answer is no, they have not been generated by AI. They've all been written by the consulting teams. And it actually helps both the practitioner and the end user, particularly with the development actions at the back. Coming very soon is LSI Digital. You saw the first touch of it with our avatars, that's part of the introduction video. So we've just clipped the introduction video for the Circumplex. So LSI Digital has been a long time in the making. The team, Dan, who's running around here, and Sean and I started this journey about 10 years ago with LSI Digital in terms of getting it right ethically and how do we do this. So we're going to show you a snippet, and I'll try and click through and show you how the digital platform actually looks in terms of LSI Digital. So the login screen is welcome to LSI Digital. We'll go to the dashboard. For those who like the click and draw and the colouring in, it does have the click and draw functionality. So you can have the raw score and click around the Circumplex and pop up. Have a discussion and go to your profile. We can then click across achievement, self-actualizing, humanistic and affiliative, and you can see the raw data is changing on the far right and the videos are changing and the screen on the left. The development guide is embedded within the platform now, so you can actually scroll through different sections of the development guide on the screen. Click again, and we'll go back to the home, and you can see there's an embedded video for each of the 12 styles. So we're on affiliative at the moment, and affiliative will actually play the video for affiliative. So you can actually jump into any of the videos at any point in time, but we've highlighted the video in the self-description, so that's where we are at the moment. Let's go to humanistic, and we'll play the humanistic video. And below that is all the aspects that are in the current interpretation development guide that's embedded. So it's the first time you're going to have the development guide, also the profile and the data all on one page and one screen. Let's go back to LSI2. We want to colour in our LSI2 profile. So let's go really constructive, not too much defensive. And here we have our LSI2 profile. Let's jump back. Let's toggle on LSI2. First time you're going to see LSI1 and 2 side by side, as well as LSI1 scores, LSI2 scores, the median and the delta in side by side. We can click around, we can bring back out the self-development guide, and we can see, click through, and we can see that. There is our new LSI digital platform coming very, very soon. All right. Version 1, I will tell you there's a version 2 in the wings as well. It's coming very soon. Everybody says, what are you going to charge for this? Version 1, we're not charging. All right, so version 1 is going to be included within the LSI pack. All right, we think it just needs to be included to support. And it'll be driven by the accredited practitioner. So the accredited practitioner will actually provide the link to the participant for the debrief in terms of how it's going to work. Our LSI Digital, we're pretty excited. It's been a long time in the making. You can't imagine how perfectionistic we can get over perfectionistic as a video. We didn't avoid it, I promise. We leaned into the challenge and we didn't get too dependent when we were doing it. But there was a bit of approval going around. But we have achieved, which is the most important thing. So we're here with our LSI Digital coming very soon. The team all have some notes around it, so please talk to any of the team as we go through. Our conference. Our conference is big and dear to us, and because we have incredible speakers over the years who have spoken at our conference, and this year is no different.